Hi, I'm Yahaira Hernandez.
And I'm Amelie King, and we are Lead to Read KC interns. Imagine a world where every word appears indecipherable, a meaningless splotch of ink on an expansive page. As you walk down the street, every billboard, street sign, and advertisement looms over you, a multiplying abyss of ignorance threatening to swallow you whole. Unfortunately, for many children in Kansas City public schools and charter schools, this feeling of oppression is an ever present reality. Today, in KCPES alone, only 21% of third graders read proficiently. Without literary proficiency, individuals lack the necessary materials to advance their education and thrive in a society where literacy dominates almost every aspect.
That's why Lead to Read takes initiative through their Reading Mentor program that personally provides each student with the one-to-one reading practice necessary to advance their reading fluency and comprehension skills to aid them on a path towards complete literacy before fourth grade. So, Lead to Read's Reading Mentor program currently has over 1,700 volunteers and is active in 28 elementary schools in the KCPES area. Volunteers for this program donate 30 minutes of their lunch break once a week to read to an assigned student at one of these 28 partnered schools. A study conducted by the Urban Education Research Center has found that this Reading Mentor program is successful at combating illiteracy, having a significant impact on reading proficiency and social emotional skills.
However, after exploring the Reading Mentor program at Frontier School of Innovation in KC-Mo, we found that Lead to Read KC had a deficit of volunteers. This means that not every student was receiving one-to-one reading assistance, and not every classroom was entirely filled. Some of the current pain points perpetuating this volunteer deficiency include challenges with finding diverse volunteers, lack of local program awareness, and challenges with the lunch hour time frame.
So, to solve these pain points, we came up with a two-pronged solution for this problem. The first approach involves increasing Lead to Read's community presence. This is feasible and will have an immediate impact. For this approach, we created a spreadsheet listing businesses that are in a 3-mile radius of each of the 28 partnered schools. And for each school, we created flyers to pass out to each of those businesses within that 3-mile vicinity. This approach allows Lead to Read to specifically target businesses for future volunteer recruitment. Lead to Read sent out a survey to applicants, and we compiled the data to find that 46.5% of prospective volunteers find out about Lead to Read from businesses. That's why we chose this approach to not only maximize recruitment from businesses near those schools, but also to extend Lead to Read's community presence itself.
In addition to the flyers, we also created a secondary novel solution that Lead to Read can more thoroughly explore later. This solution aims to diversify Lead to Read's current volunteer recruitment pool and to solve the problems posed by the timing of the midday reading session. To solve these pain points, we created an after-school reading mentor program that partners with Lead to Read schools in KCPES and also after-school programs such as Link and Boys and Girls Clubs in the area. The intent is to reach two sectors of the population, high schoolers and employees who either do not have a long enough lunch period or are paid by an hourly basis. The initial plan is to focus on the high school volunteers using KIPP Endeavor Academy and KIPP's Legacy High School as pilot locations to test the program's effectiveness. KIPP schools are the perfect test locations because they are located within 6 minutes of one another and they release within 15 minutes of each other, giving students sufficient time to travel between campuses. To gauge high school interest in this program, we created a survey that polls high schoolers on their willingness to volunteer. From this survey, we found that high schoolers are more than willing to volunteer for either service hours or the general benefit of the community. With this secondary approach, we hope to ultimately expand the influence of Lead to Read and reach a new sector of volunteers.
Ultimately, to bring these two solutions into fruition, we will first need to acquire the funding to print and distribute these flyers for the businesses surrounding each of the 28 partnered schools. Additionally, for the devised after-school program, Lead to Read will need to pitch our idea to both of the KIPP schools to elicit their help in piloting the after-school reading program. Depending upon the success of this pilot, we will then offer the idea to Link, Boys and Girls Club, and any other after-school programs.
With the flyers and after-school programs, we aim to increase Lead to Read's volunteer recruitment so every child can receive the gift of literacy and live in a decipherable world. Thank you.